Hey everybody, welcome to the Damsels in Debate podcast. I'm your host, Tina.
I'm your co-host, Vanessa.
Yay! Nice to have you back, Vanessa.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, we're let's see here. We're in May now, and what day is it?
Today's a special day. It's May the 4th.
Right, May the 4th be with you. You have to say it with like a lisp. But yeah, so speaking of a bunch of Star Wars stuff lately, as everybody else around the world has heard, they announced the new cast, the main cast for the new movie, episode 7. And I mean, I don't know anything about this movie. I know since it's J.J. Abrams, they're keeping it all tightly under wraps, which is cool because that's one of the things I really like about J.J. Abrams is he likes keeping everything in the dark, and then you find out when you see the movie.
That's what they did with Khan, right?
Yeah. I mean, people suspected that that's who that was, but yeah. And I really like that about him, so I'm cool with it.
Yeah, me too.
But so we don't know any of these characters. I heard that Adam Driver, who's one of the few names, a lot of the people I recognize by their faces, but I don't know their names. But Adam Driver, I recognize him from, he's on the show I watch called Girls. And I read that he's supposedly playing a bad character, or an evil character, I should say. He's definitely got the presence for it. He's like this really gigantic guy.
Oh, okay.
But on Girls, he's kind of, I don't know. I mean, I've never really seen him in anything else, so I trust their judgment. And the woman, I forget her name now, I'm sorry, but the woman that they announced, I'd never heard of her before. Is she like an unknown or something? Yeah, I didn't recognize her or anything. So
I guess it's as good as mine.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, so that's cool. They're getting underway, and then you got the original cast, so that's cool. Except I'm waiting to hear about Billy D. Williams getting cast. He's Lando, Calrissian from the first one. So I would appreciate him being in there, but if he's not, whatever, fine.
My dad used to do an impression of him. Doesn't he do like like he does like a weird inflection in his tone, like when he speaks or something, like a cool guy tone or something like that.
Kind of. I mean, that's kind of how Billy D. Williams talks.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah. My dad, actually, I was talking to him, and he was, I forget when it was, but I said, you should dress up as Lando Calrissian. And he's like, yeah. Because, he kind of has that look. So I was like, just get rid of your beard and you'll be good to go. That'd be perfect. But yeah.
I have a confession to make.
Okay.
I saw those movies when I was a kid. I've only seen 4, 5, and 6, but I don't remember them at all. So I have no idea what's going on. So I actually just saw episode 4, basically for the first time, because I did not remember it all. It was basically for the first time. So,
well, I mean, at least you've seen them. I was about to be like, what? And bitch slap you, but you have seen them, so it's okay. I haven't seen them in quite a while, and I plan on, because this movie I think comes out in December of next year. So before that, I'm going to watch them all in order. I had to sit through The Phantom Menace the other day, and that was a bit of a chore. But, so the 4, 5, and 6 are the good ones, the old ones. 1, 2, and 3.
No, it's good to know because those are the ones I haven't seen.
Yeah.
Still gonna watch them.
Watch them before December of next year. So you got a while. But yeah, so a lot of Star Wars stuff going on. Cool stuff. I think they have Star Wars weekend going on in Disney, or they did recently. They always have it. And they have some of the actors come and stuff like that, and it's cute.
It sounds like fun.
Yeah, the one year I went. And of course, it's really, really crowded, but they have it over in not MGM. I'm sorry, Hollywood Studios. And it's always MGM to me, whatever. But they had, who was there? The guy, I forget his name in real life, but the guy who played Willow, because he was an Ewok in there. Oh, well, you remember the movie Willow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I love that movie. So I was like, oh my God, we got to go see him, blah, blah, blah. But like, it was really weird. Like, I don't know, it's probably set up a lot differently now, but when I went, like, you had to like get in some line when the park opened, and that would get you like a ticket that would get you to go wait in line where you could like get the people's autographs. And I was like, oh, garbage. I saw him from far away. That's good enough. Or not far away, but close enough. So not waiting in line for that crap.
Here's me on one of my tangents, but that just reminded me of a comedian, Sinbad. He talks about how guys, like, they'll say they know how to ski. Excuse me. They'll say they know how to ski when they can't. And he said, like, He's like, I couldn't even stand. He's like, I couldn't even get into the line to get to the chair.
Yeah.
Like, get on the chair.
Yeah, I'm like, no, forget it. You didn't tell me that beforehand, so whatever. But yeah, a lot of Star Wars stuff going on. So that's good that you watched that movie. How did you? What did you think of it? Since it was kind of like seeing it for the first time.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. You know, I because I know like the storyline. I know that Luke and Leia are brother and sister. I just found it weird. Like I was asking who I was the guy I was watching it with. I don't know if he wants me to bring his name on here, but I was asking. I was like, did the director, you know, like did they know like what they were planning on doing? And he said, yeah. Like then why did they make it so that Luke is like constantly like looking at her like he really likes her, you know? Like, and he and Han, because Han says at one point, do you think like a princess could end up a guy with me? And he's like, no.
Yeah.
You know, so he definitely has like an interest in Leia. I was like, that's, I don't know, a little weird to me.
Well, but they don't know they're siblings.
They don't know, right? So, but the director did, so like it just makes it weird later on when you find out and then you rewatch it.
Well, I think what they were going for is like in this situation, this farm boy from Tatooine or whatever sees this beautiful princess. So, you know, he would more than likely be a little smitten with her. Yeah. So, yeah. But, yeah, then it's like, oh, wait, what? You know, it's funny, you know, because of like our age and stuff. Obviously, we weren't around when those movies first came out. And so I wonder what it must have been like to like go see those in the theater. That was back when they had like 2 movie theaters, or I'm sorry, 2 screens in one movie theater, and you know, lines wrapped around the buildings and stuff. And like for that big, you know, aha moment in the second movie when you find out that he's his father and everything, that must have been so cool. Yeah. I remember my parents telling me, and like I know those movies, but I grew up like I don't remember the first time I saw them because I was so young. So it's kind of lost. Yeah. But yeah, that must have been cool.
What's one that we can relate it to, like a big reveal for us, like our generation? Is there any movie that's affected us, kind of like how Star Wars affected their generation? Probably not.
No, I don't. Not that I can think of. Yeah. I mean, like, you got these Marvel movies, which are pretty awesome, and they'll be a big deal. But, well, see, you know what it is, too, is Star Wars. I mean, granted, I don't know everything about Star Wars, but that was kind of like an original kind of thing. Like, it wasn't like, you know, you got Harry Potter, which is great, and it's broken all these records and stuff, but those were books, so everybody knew what was going to happen. Right. Same thing with Hunger Games, same thing with, with all the Marvel movies. Yeah. You got the comics. People read them, So it's hard to say, really. Nobody comes out with anything original anymore. It's all reboots and remakes and sequels and prequels and all that shit. So
even with that Khan thing too, like people were suspecting that, whereas nobody was suspecting that Darth Vader was his father.
Well, yeah, because Khan was in the original movies. Yeah. So yeah.
Huh. So that's interesting.
Yeah, there isn't really anything to compare it to. Yeah. I mean, there's like big things on TV shows, but those are TV shows, so it's a totally different story. But yeah, sadly, I'd say we don't really have anything. Yeah. Oh, whatever. Yeah, can't do anything about it. So yeah. A lot of Star Wars stuff going on. And so, yeah, since it's May the 4th, we are now in our full swing of the summer movie season now, even though summer doesn't start till next month, technically. But, so, yeah, we're going to have to get on our Double D Awards, too.
Oh, for our swing?
Yeah. Yeah, because now we're in the new season. There wasn't a whole lot going on during the spring season. So I think that's usually the most lackluster out of the 3. But whatever, we'll figure it out. So you can look forward to that episode sometime soon. But anyway, moving on. You are going to check out Spider-Man sometime this week, right?
Yeah, either Monday or Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I, through some weird series of events, saw the movie this morning. So we'll save that so we can both talk about it together.
Okay.
So yeah, no Spider-Man stuff this week. Sorry, guys. But anyway, moving on.
I was going to talk about Only Lovers Left Alive once I had seen it, but
oh right, yeah.
Apparently, it only released like in New York and Chicago, and it's slowly, I guess maybe with popularity, it's slowly spreading across the United States.
I hate those limited releases.
Yeah, I was like, I was so excited. I'm like, oh, I can't even see it unless I fly somewhere. But I went to their website, looked down their list, and they don't even have a Tampa showing. They have an Oldsmar, which is like west of Tampa, and that they will release it on May 23rd. So that's when I'll be able to see it. Yeah. Oh well, I don't know.
Or I mean, it's Memorial Day weekend.
Way more excited for X-Men.
In the context of this podcast, that's X-Men weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. That kind of thing is annoying. I hate when they do that. Tampa's kind of big, not really, but
like what?
Well, yeah,
I'll see it eventually.
Yeah, at some point. But yeah, that'll be funny to hear your review on that movie because I haven't heard anything about it at all. But anyway, any more Loki news while we're on that topic?
Not so much Loki. I have Tom Hiddleston news, and that I've been really into the show Sherlock, which I know you were like, I don't really care about that, but it's actually, I think it's a really good show. And I was only able to watch season 1 and 2 on Netflix. They don't have season 3 on there yet, and apparently they're not releasing season 4 for like another 2 years or something.
Yeah, the British TV is, I don't know what the deal is, but it seems like the seasons, they call them series, which that's confusing.
Yeah, I mean, it was only like 3 episodes for one season, but they were like an hour and a half each one. But yeah,
I don't know about that. And then, 2 years, I don't even remember what we're talking about.
But the news that's been circulating is that I guess in season 3, Sherlock's brother... I can't think of his name now. Keep wanting to say Hamish for some reason. That's not anyway, well, his brother Harry said that. I was gonna say Harry hinted at another brother, like another Holmes brother, and so they're hinting that Tom Hiddleston may play that third brother.
Oh, the fandom's gonna implode.
Yeah,
Tumblr's gonna crash.
So I mean, I guess they just they work well together. Tom Hiddleston and Benedict Cumberbatch, because they've been in a lot of movies apparently. So.
Yeah.
Like, that should be interesting. I'm already like, I love the show. So I'm like, sure. Like, give me another incentive to watch it,
That reminds me, I got to see if I can watch Luther finally. Because I've been trying to see the, remember I was going on about that? I watched that, and then they had the final season come on, but it was on like the British channel.
Show, yeah.
So yeah, I just want to see how it ends. But the same thing, it'll just be a couple episodes. I don't know. You weird Brits. So,
and then another like tie into Sherlock is I started watching the show Fargo, which has Martin Freeman in it.
Oh right, yeah,
who's in Sherlock.
Bilbo Baggins.
So yeah, that too. Yeah. And I actually like the show. I mean, I don't know if I'm just prejudiced because I'm from Minnesota, and I just thoroughly enjoy the accents and like the Minnesota hints that they throw in there.
Frigid weather.
But I like how it picked up at near the end of the episode, and you're like, oh crap, like I can't believe this is happening. And then I haven't watched the second episode that just came out, but I thought it was interesting, so I'm gonna keep watching it.
Yeah, I'll come back to that show in a couple seasons after it's been on for a while, because it's kind of boring. Like if I was reading it, like as a book, it would probably be interesting. But it's just really slow moving. And no, I haven't seen the movie Fargo. It's not really.
I haven't either.
Yeah, so. I don't really have any desire to. It just doesn't look like my type of movie. I might watch it one day. But yeah, I don't care about Fargo. I'm really trying not to watch any new TV shows just because I watch so many right now.
Yeah.
And especially one that's just starting out. And I tried watching the premiere just in case, but because I like a lot of stuff that's on FX. But nah, I'll wait. I'll come back in a couple of years. So anyway.
Well, Billy Bob Thornton is pretty good in it too. He plays like yet another badass basically. So
with horrible hair.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. So I'm gonna keep going with it. See how I like it.
So yeah, not this past week, but I think the week before, I haven't seen a show in like a really long time. So I went to go see Ghost, the musical, because of course Ghost, the movie, is just fantastic.
It's awesome. I love that movie. Cry every time.
Yeah. Now, I will say up front, yes, I was skeptical because it's a musical, but whatever. I'll go check it out. And I went with my, who did I go with? I went with my mom because, of course, she was like all into Patrick Swayze back in the day and stuff.
Who wasn't into Patrick Swayze?
Yeah. So, I did not like that show.
No.
Yeah, no, it was not fun. It was, I mean, again, we might have had a crappy cast or something, but it was the two leads I didn't like at all.
Their chemistry, their singing, their acting?
Well, the woman, she sang weird. I'm not musically inclined, so I can't tell you exactly what it was that was wrong with her voice, but I didn't like the way she sang. And this is a stupid thing, but she had this like long curly blonde hair, so that was kind of off-putting.
Oh yeah, you used to see Demi Moore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then the guy who played Sam was like okay, but I wasn't into them at all. And they're for that show, you have to be into their relationship and stuff, because that's like the most important thing. And the what's the name of that song? Unchained Melody. So like song. You know the key scene where they're on the pottery wheel and all that stuff. So she's just on the couch in the show. There's no pottery going on.
Well, I guess it'd be kind of hard to have a live pottery wheel every single time or something. I don't know.
They could do it.
They probably could.
And so but the song started out with him trying to get her in a better mood, and he was like playing the guitar and singing the song, but it just didn't work. Like he was singing it all weird, and oh god, it just totally fumbled that whole. Yeah, it was crap. I didn't like it at all. And they had in the background of the they had this big like screen, and on there that's where they like would show like the New York skyline and stuff like that. And with them, not that I want to see like a sex scene, you know, in a show or anything like that, but like just on that big screen they played the song. Of course, again, it was a weird version of the song, but they're playing the song and it's really loud, and it's just like close-ups of them in black and white, slow-mo, like doing a love scene, but just like showing their arms or their back, or it just was weird. Yeah, but it was like a crappy art. It was like a middle school's version of artistic.
Did it fade slowly, like pan over to the window with like a candle?
It was just they were fading, like the shots were like fading onto each other, and it just looked really bad. I was embarrassed while I was watching it, and not because I was watching like a sex scene. It was just because of the way it was done. It was terrible.
Oh no.
And yeah, so I didn't care for that show. And again, I don't know if maybe it was the cast I had or what, because like my brother saw it on the West End and he liked it. So and another thing, I'm like, okay, where's Whoopi Goldberg's character? Maybe that will save this show. So she finally comes on. She gets laughs and stuff. And I probably have seen Ghost more than the average person. I haven't seen it in years, but I saw it so much when I was younger that I can remember lines and stuff. And a lot of the show was word for word.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they would just like kind of change the way they said it, like the emphasis on different words and stuff. But it was the same exact wording. And it was just, oh god, it was annoying.
Did they do the scene where like they're running around the table and he's like, say my name, say my name, Sam Wheat, or whatever, and then he's like, Sam
Wheat. the scene where she goes, his name is Willie Lopez. He's Puerto Rican. He wants you to write it down. Yeah. You write it down. I'm no damn secretary. Yeah, he's so testy. Exactly.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, didn't care for that show. Love the movie. Did not care for that show.
No, that's too bad.
Yeah. It's a thumbs down for me.
But thumbs way up for the movie. If you guys haven't seen Ghost the movie, it's an awesome movie.
Oh yeah, definitely check that out, because that's a good one.
Patrick Swayze died too young.
Yeah. That was the first thing I ever saw Tony Goldwyn in also. So I always think of him as a bad guy.
I do too. Yeah.
He's on Scandal. He's the president on Scandal. Yeah. And, you know, him and Kerry Washington they have a really long relationship. And I still always think of him in that.
I always think of that with Tarzan. I was like, Tarzan is voiced by the bad guy. I don't trust Tarzan.
Yeah, he's kind of shifty. But he's got a great voice. So. Yeah. But yeah. Weird stuff.
Speaking of Tarzan, I saw something on Pinterest that had like a picture of him. It said like he's taught English by an English woman, but he speaks with an American accent.
Yes.
Like, I never really caught that, but it's funny.
The worst with that is The Lion King. You got James Earl Jones, the dad, and then Jonathan Taylor Thomas is the kid. Everybody's speaking in their normal accents, and then you got Scar as the brother.
Oh,
and then Zazu. It's like everybody's all over the place.
Didn't bother me, so
Well, like for kids' movies, it's, you know, especially because they're American movies, they want the kids to be able to relate to them and all that crap. So, you know, another one that was really bad with that, just while we're on that note, this wasn't an animated movie, so they have no excuse. The Man in the Iron Mask, the one with Leonardo DiCaprio.
I like that movie.
What about the accents in that movie? You got Jeremy Irons doing his British one.
They got the French guy, Gerard Depardieu, whatever.
Yeah, doing an actual French accent, which everybody should be doing.
Yeah.
And then freaking John Malkovich is like a dude from like Connecticut or something. Like he's just like they're all over the place in that movie.
and Kevin Costner on Robin Hood, like he did not do an English accent, or is that right? You know, you had Alan Rickman, you know, who's awesome
and legit British. Yeah.
That's
well, that's
funny.
like in Men in Tights. He's like, I can speak with an English accent.
Like, oh.
So yeah, accents.
They're important.
But in closing, didn't like that show.
Yeah, like bring it back around.
Yes, yeah. Back to what we were talking about. All right. Anyway, moving on. I wanted to ask you because everybody, I put a little photo collage thingy up on our Facebook page, which I got to post it on our website too, but it's on our Facebook page of one of my costumes for Dragon Con.
Oh, yes.
Which this is going to be a joint costume venture. So everybody wish Vanessa luck. She's going to be checking out some secondhand stores soon to get her stuff together. So as soon as you get that, you definitely got to post some pictures so we can all see it.
Which, in case you guys haven't figured out, I'm going to be Alan Grant to Tina's Ian Malcolm.
Yeah, I wanted you to say that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't want to steal your thunder there.
You're like, whoa, what costume are you talking about? Which I'm excited about because I know we were going to be doing a lot of walking. So I was like, oh, I can wear like Timberlands and like just khakis and like totally excited.
Totally
I don't have to wear heels and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's going to be epic. I actually, with my costume, the only thing I've gotten so far is I actually ordered off eBay an authentic replica of the raptor claw that he carries around. So I'm going to go around slashing like, you know, here or maybe across the belly, spilling the intestines.
I got to get some of those clear plastic cups from like Party City.
Chaos Theory.
Yeah. Just walk around with a cup full of water. It's going to be great.
Me and my claw, you and your cup of water. It's going to be epic.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm excited for that. It's going to be fun.
Other costume I have is I ordered off of eBay again, A League of Their Own, one of the Peaches costumes. So that's another one I'm excited for because I can wear just like sneakers.
Yeah. It'd be nice and comfy.
It's all about footwear, you guys.
Yeah. I'm not trying to rock some heels walking around a hotel that's crazy crowded and outside. For your League of Their Own one, do you have the whole costume or is there anything you need to get for it?
I just need to get the socks. Like they have some red socks, but it came with the dress, the belt, the hat, and then I have shoes, so I'll be fine. So I don't know about in terms of props, like if I'm gonna carry around a glove or something like that. Like I don't know,
a wooden bat maybe.
Yeah. So I was still debating if I should be Marla Hooch or Dottie Hinson because I can go without makeup and like just stare at everybody like with that wide-eyed expression. What a hitter!
It had to be you.
Yeah, I could still do that too. It had to be you. I'm singing a Nelson.
Ain't I, baby? Well, I think the funner one would be Marla Hooch, but you can figure it out.
I could totally like curl my hair and put it like a beauty mark and be Dottie too. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it's up in the air.
That'll be funny. So that's cool. Yeah, I just have the Ian Malcolm one as of right now. Kind of winging it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Once I get stuff, I'll post some pictures.
I do have one more third idea that actually you helped me come up with because we were talking about like Disney characters and stuff. And I said, on The Little Mermaid, Ursula, when she's human, she's called Vanessa. I was like, what if I went as Vanessa? Like Vanessa going as Vanessa. Ha ha. But because she wears a dress like when she's standing there and Ariel sees her like from the staircase standing with Eric, she's wearing like a blue dress or something. But so it'd be funny if I went to like Goodwill and found like a cheap wedding dress and like mess up my hair and stuff, and I said I could walk around and be like, Eric, get away from her.
Yeah, and honestly you'd probably have way more luck finding a cheap crappy looking old wedding dress than finding that blue or something that looks like that blue dress.
And then that with like a shell necklace, I think it'd be easy. Like it'd be done.
And even the shell necklace, if you can't find like an exact replica, you can just go to like Michael's and just get like some big shell and like
which I may just do that. It'd probably be a lot easier.
Probably be cheaper too.
Yeah. Put like paint like a little glow, like something glittery on it so it looks like it glows.
Yeah, exactly. And then just a black strap and you're good to go.
I'm excited.
That's good. Just don't be friggin' Anna or Elsa. I'm so sick of those. Because I look at some cosplay stuff just because I find it interesting. I mean, I don't really do it that much, but I think it's interesting. That's all I see on there. I'm like, guys.
Be original, will you? Go like a zombie Elsa or like something.
Yeah, exactly. I did see one or two guys do the gender bending version.
Oh,
but that's it. It's all Anna and Elsa stuff.
Oh, no.
Ay. Whatever. But yeah, so we're coming along with those. Doing good.
I'm excited.
Yeah, me too. So I guess that's pretty much like our movie discussion. We didn't really discuss too many movies.
I mean, once we see Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 2, then we'll talk about that. But
yeah.
Other than that, I watched Star Wars, but I've just been kind of rewatching stuff like I usually do.
Yeah, I'm almost done with watching The Office on Netflix, and I'm in the middle of reading one book that I need to finish. And that's it. I haven't really been just been watching a lot of TV lately. And crap, there was something I was going to say. And as soon as it came in. Oh, I wanted to remember. Here's a tip for you for Spider-Man. There is a mid-credit scene, but there is no post-credit scene.
Oh, okay.
So once the one scene happens, you can leave. You don't have to wait all the way to the end. So yeah, the lady at the one of the ushers or whatever, she told us that. So
okay, that's good.
And then I confirmed it because I was like, she better not be lying.
I wanted to say, in case people are like wondering what happened with me and Sons and stuff, I just kind of fell away from it. Like, I know you had said that I think it was in season 3, you said it's not like the best when he's hunting for his kid that got kidnapped. Like, I kind of just fell away from it and just got bored with it. Like, I'll pick it up again, but like as of right now, like,
Well, I'll save those episodes for Monica because she is crazy into it like I am. So don't watch it because you feel like you have to. Although I don't know anybody that's watched it and doesn't like it.
Right. I mean, I didn't say I didn't like it. I just kind of like fell away from it for a little while. So like I'll get back into it. I promise.
Alrighty. Well, anyway, on that note, moving into TV, we are like crazy late with this, but what did you think of the Walking Dead finale?
Meh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been my answer for that show.
That's it?
Yeah, like, oh, okay.
I thought for sure after the whole, like, long season that they would have a huge cliffhanger just to annoy us, but it really is not much of a cliffhanger. It's like,
no, not really. Everybody's in the train, right? And except for Carol and Tyrese and what's her face?
Sasha? No, she's in there.
Damsel in distress, blonde. What's his face's new girl? The young.
Oh, Beth.
Beth. Okay.
Yeah, which we don't know what happened to Beth.
Yeah, exactly. So those three, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So anyway, so those three, but everybody else is stuck in that train.
The boxcar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did you ever read the Boxcar Children?
No.
Oh, that's a good series.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like the Babysitter Club series, you know.
That one I remember. Yeah. Yeah, anyway. They're in the bar car, the caboose. So yeah. Oh, okay. So right, the new group that they found, which everybody they find are always
evil
psychos. Yeah, there aren't any normal people, I guess, left. But it looks like they're cannibals. So you got that to deal with now. Now I think if they want to kick it up a notch, they should have somebody die, which I guess the only person that it would be Beth at this point. But have them like find out that they're cannibals by finding out like that they killed her and ate her. You know what I mean?
You know what I don't get, though, is how they just ate the people that showed up, you know? So they were just waiting for stragglers to show up. So why was Beth, like, kidnapped? Like, why would they go out and find people, you know?
I don't know.
I don't think she's tied into that.
Yeah, she's probably with some other person. But I'm saying, because right now I'm bored as hell with the show. So if they want to, like, you know.
Yeah, make it interesting.
Yeah. Because, like, I was expecting somebody to die, and then nobody died, and...
Yeah.
What?
What do you think about the whole, like, Rick finally becoming, like, ferocious fighter Rick again?
I mean, that needed to get done because I'm like, I do not want to see some child rape and Michonne.
Oh my God.
So
I was cheering though. Like I did love that scene where he's like, "What are you gonna do?" And he was like, "Rah!" Like just totally bit his neck. I was like, "Oh, that was epic."
I really thought somebody was gonna die there though. Yeah. And I'm like, "Oh my God, who's it gonna be? This is gonna be crazy." Because those are all big characters. It was Rick, Carl, Michonne, and Daryl right there. And I'm like, "Oh, who's it gonna be?" And then they all survived. Like, okay. Fearless team that never...
But that was interesting. That stood out. But other than that, like, meh.
Yeah, exactly. It's, you know what it is? It's everything just takes so long to happen, and they drag everything out that I'm just kind of bored with. Like, I'm just bored with the show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna keep watching it because I've been watching all these seasons and stuff. But
it's kind of like True Blood, you know. Like, I'm gonna watch it just because I've put in all these hours with the other seasons.
Exactly. Like, I'm glad this is the last season of True Blood coming up. And with Walking Dead, it's approaching that territory because it's like it used to be cool, but then they just started dragging shit out for like half a season to the point where I don't care anymore. So yeah, that's our
review on
that's our stellar review of the finale of Walking Dead, which that came out on, or I don't remember when that was. It was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's like the 30th, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we're well into what TV shows are on now? Well, actually, a lot of shows are wrapping up. So right now, I think it's just Game of Thrones really is the new thing that started, but that's already almost halfway done. Yeah. And then you got
True Blood comes
on after that. Yeah, I think that's the only show that really comes on during the summer. I think, right? Yeah,
that I've ever been into. Yeah,
because most other shows start in the fall. So yeah.
Yeah,
well, I guess Fargo will be going for a couple seasons.
Yeah.
Or a couple seasons. A couple weeks.
I was going to say, it probably is going to go a couple seasons too, but a lot of people seem to like it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, I dropped that Resurrection show. Like, it was interesting, like the pilot and stuff.
I forgot all about that.
They showed a preview for the next couple episodes, and apparently the people coming back are like imposters and they're killing people. So I'm like, I don't really care to see that.
Oh, I read that Almost Human got canceled.
Aw. Yeah. I liked it, but then that's another one I kind of just dropped. I just fell away from it.
Same thing with Sleepy Hollow also.
Oh, it got canceled?
No. But I mean, like, it's good. No, I don't care anymore. It's hard for something that's in its first season like that because it's just like... Because, like, right now, like me, like, I watch too many shows. So unless this is the most gripping thing ever, I'll come back in a couple seasons and just catch up and then... start watching it.
But then it gets canceled. And like, oh, well, forget about that plan then.
Yeah, well, never mind.
Wasn't riveting enough.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I read that the other day. I forgot to tell you that. Yeah. But no more Almost Human.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, exactly. Is there anything else that got canceled? I don't think so. I think that was the only thing I read. So anyway, moving on from that, I think that covers pretty much everything, right? Yep. Are you... Because you got your book. Did you give us your review on your book that came out?
Oh, no, I didn't actually. The Black Dagger
Brotherhood. Because that came out last month or something, right?
Yeah, April... it released April 1st. I got it actually I bought it on Nook because my signed personal to Vanessa whatever copy didn't come until the 5th or something like that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But so I had read it already. I haven't had a chance to reread it because I read through it so quickly.
Yeah.
But my review is that I definitely liked it. It still is not her third, fourth, and fifth books are really her best ones, I think. And this is book number 11 or something like that. Jeez, but she they had an interview and she released what her next book is going to be about, which are these two side characters called the Shadows, which are kind of interesting. So that may actually make it more interesting. Oh, but okay. I don't know what it is. It was too sappy and it was too happy at the end, just like the last book. They lived happily ever after. People were expecting Beth to get pregnant, which she did. It was predictable in some parts. Oh, which she got pregnant, but it turns out since she was human, she's half human, and now she's a vampire. She had a regular pregnancy, whereas full-blooded vampires have a 2-year pregnancy or something like that. So she ended up having a baby by the end of the book, whereas we've been waiting for this other vampire, Layla, who's been pregnant forever for 5 books. Wait, Beth had her baby before Layla? Come on. So we're really itching for that. And
vampires have babies.
And they kind of neutral. Yeah. They're not dead in this one. They're not, in True Blood or whatever. They're not dead. They're actually blood and flesh and everything, and they die. They just live a little longer. But to survive, they don't feed off of humans. They actually feed off of the opposite sex in order to survive. So it's just part of their chemical makeup. It's just another race
of vampires.
Because what it is that they made it so that God, like the creator, had a son and a daughter, and the daughter is the scribe virgin who created the vampires, like her own separate race. Right. And then you have her brother or whatever, who's the Omega, which is basically like the devil, who created this race called the Lessers, which kill the vampires because he's mad at his sister for being so perfect.
Okay.
So they kind of like tie it in that way. So humans exist, but vampires exist, who are just a much more souped up version of humans. They feed off of each other and stuff. But they can eat regular food and stuff too.
Oh, okay.
So,
I think I might have already asked you this, but I forget. Is this book series set in present day?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. She made Miley Cyrus jokes and stuff in it too.
Oh,
so making fun of her. Yeah. Yep. Present day in like Caldwell, New York.
I don't know where that is.
I don't know where it is either. I don't know if it's a real place or not, but yeah.
Could be.
But it was a good book. I'm still like excited. I'm definitely going to buy the next book and everything. It's just, there's a lot of side stories too, which are really hard to follow. There's this one side story with this one vampire and this one girl that she got kidnapped and he was able to get her back. But I was totally not interested in that at all. So I like sped through that really quickly. But, they're hinting that the girl may be half vampire and she's going to go through a transition or something. So that may get interesting. But again, it's all like, all right, just get to it. Quit hinting at stuff and just get the action going instead of the main story. Just like, oh, she's pregnant. Oh, God, what are we going to do? She could die. And just,
boring.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it. But yeah, there's some parts that was really lagging. Cool. And then I talked to a friend on Facebook that she pointed out a bunch of factual errors that I didn't really catch. That apparently, like, the description of one girl, she was black in another book basically, and now she's like white with like black hair. So I'm like, oh God, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. That's bad.
So, but she's a side character, so that's why I didn't really like pick up on it.
Mean, the author should have done that.
So I was like, oh geez. And that's, in case you guys are weird, it's Selena. Who that I guess they described her with cocoa skin with dark brown eyes in the first book, and now she has white skin with blue eyes and brown hair.
Oh boy!
So yeah, I was like,
whitewashing her own characters.
Yeah. So, but it's good. It's just not one of my favorites. Definitely, like I said, Lover Awakened, which is the third book, is definitely the best, I think, overall. Cool. 2, 3, 4, and 5, I think, are the best.
Oh, okay. Well, as soon as I finish the book I'm reading, I'm gonna start book 1 that you gave me. So yeah.
I think book 1 is going to be kind of like the first season of a TV show. Like you gotta get through it to get introduced, and then you'll like the next one.
Like, it's different though with books, to me at least. Like an introductory book and stuff. I think it's because a book I can just pick it up and read it whenever I want, kind of thing. Whereas with TV shows, I'm like, I don't feel like watching people just talk about bullshit. Like, that's boring. If I'm reading a book, I can get what they're thinking and stuff, too, so it's totally different. But in a TV show, you have to go only by what you're seeing and hearing. So with books, it's different, in my opinion.
I'm excited for you to start reading them. I really hope you like them.
Well, it should be soon. The book I'm reading right now is not very long. And I'm like a little less than halfway through. So I'll get there. Cool. So that's pretty much everything, I think. We'll get that Spider-Man one up and running soon.
And our Double D Awards.
Yes. Yeah, those will be coming up soon. I will have to... I don't know if Monica's been keeping track, but maybe she'll come in on the summer version. Yeah, maybe we'll just keep swing, just the two of us. But anyway, were there any movies that you wanted to try to watch before the next episode?
I didn't really think about it, honestly. I mean, other than, like episode 5 and 6 of Star Wars. I need to get that, so I definitely know what I'm talking about. Because I know, like, the spoilers for it, but I don't remember, like, all the characters and stuff.
I know the week of, July 11th? Your cue is going to be Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, yes, I did need to watch that.
Yeah. And then, yeah. I've been wanting to watch that, but I'm like, nah, let me just wait, and I'll just watch it the week before.
Oh, I mean, I said I wouldn't mention his name, but he gave this person gave me a series to watch called Red versus Blue, which is like, I guess, based on Halo or something like that. So like, I don't know, it's a TV. I don't know if it's TV or what, but that's something that I may try. I don't know if it's not so much a movie, but I'm try watching that. I just want to mention it in case people have heard of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely not in on the gaming shit. I don't know anything about that. All right, well, cool. Well, yeah, we'll just see what's what, but enjoy Spider-Man, and you don't have to sit all the way to the end. So there's
Thank
that.
you for letting me know that.
Yeah.
So
I try to let people know.
Feel really stupid.
Yeah. You're just sitting there and you're like, oh, wow. Wasted 5 minutes of my life for nothing. I don't care about these credits. But yeah, so we'll have that review up soon and the Spring Movie Awards up very soon. So if you want to send us any email, you can do so at damselsinDebate@gmail.com. You can go to our website and stream our episodes and give us feedback there, which is just damselsinDebate.com. And you can follow us on Twitter. And you can, like our page and follow us and talk to us on Facebook also. And, our episodes are on Stitcher and on iTunes. And on there you can subscribe to us. And that way you'll always get the newest episodes right away. And you can also rate and review us on there too. So any kind of feedback would be greatly appreciated, especially with these summer movies, because we're always into like the bigger summer movies, so we'd love to know people's opinions on them.
Yeah, like anything we left out, any mistakes we made, especially with like the comic book stuff, correct us. And
yeah, definitely. But so that's pretty much everything.
All right,
until next time. Bye-bye.
See ya.